Yellow reflections floated through the puddles like broken lanterns drifting out to sea. The avenue exhaled its quiet sorrow beneath umbrellas moving endlessly. A distant melody escaped a window, low and blurred against the cooling storm, and every passing shadow in the rainfall seemed shaped from someone I had mourned. Amber veins beneath the flooded midnight, slow blue echoes circling through the rain. Every hidden memory in the darkness comes alive and fades again. I walk beside the trembling intersections, hands buried deep against the wind. The city wore its loneliness so gently, like gold silk slowly wearing thin. Some loves remain inside the weather, not enough to disappear completely. They drift like vapor over sleeping rooftops, quietly returning to me. Amber veins beneath the flooded midnight, glass reflections breaking into streams. Every silent corner of the evening still remembers half-finished dreams. The rain softened into silver breathing, street lights melting slowly into dawn. And I kept walking through the fading water, like someone learning to move on.
Soft sunlight wandered over wooden hallways, like quiet dust asleep beneath the air. Curtains swayed against the open window, carrying traces of forgotten care. An old clock breathed slowly near the bookshelf, gentle shadows drifting on the floor. And somewhere in the stillness of the evening lived the warmth we used to know before. The garden trees were trembling in the distance, leaves unfolding underneath the light. I heard familiar laughter through the silence, like faded songs returning through the night. Some memories never ache with sadness, they simply rest beneath the years, like pollen floating through forgotten summers, drifting softly through our tears. Pollen floating through linen-colored heavens, golden echoes sleeping in the breeze. Every hidden kindness of the old days still remains inside of me. I can feel the softness of your footsteps crossing slowly through the quiet rooms, and every lonely hour beneath the sunset still blooms gently into you. The evening leaned against the aging rooftops, warm blue silence fading into gray, and I remain beside the breathing window, watching all the light dissolve away. Street reflections drifted through the windshield, like torn ribbons floating under glass. The midnight buildings leaned across the river, tall and tired as forgotten photographs. A saxophone melted through the radio static, low and blurred beneath the amber glow. And somewhere in the veins of sleepless avenues, old conversations wander slow. Silver rain upon the sleeping wires, soft blue smoke beneath the bridge. Every fading light becomes a language only lonely mirrors understand. Traffic signals bloomed across the dashboard, red and green dissolving in the mist. I drove without arriving anywhere, holding silence gently in my fist. The city wore its sorrow like cologne, invisible but lingering near, and every passing shadow through the window moved exactly like you were here. Silver rain upon the sleeping wires, thin reflections drift through hollow rooms. Every hidden wound becomes a rhythm once the evening learns your tune.
night overpasses, your memory kept breathing through my name.
Television flickers on the wallpaper like tired waves collapsing in. The ceiling fan keeps turning without meaning, drawing circles no one seems to mark. An empty glass remains beside the window, cold reflections drifting on the floor. And somewhere in the slowly breathing silence lives a voice I barely hear anymore. Night leans softly over sleeping buildings, thin gray smoke dissolving into rain. I touch the dust along the narrow bookshelf, as if it still remembers every name. Some people fade without a final ending, not with anger, not with loud goodbyes, only like static floating through old speakers, vanishing before you realize. Dawn arrives in faded silver colors, birdless skies unfolding over stone, and I remain beneath the weak apartment light, listening to the world forget its own.
Street lamps trembled over shallow puddles, yellow circles breaking with the rain. I held your old gray scarf, forgot my color, though your fading scent had nearly slipped away. A stray newspaper wandered near the cubes. And I kept opening drawers without a reason, only to close them emptier than before. Some nights become too heavy for sleeping, like wet feathers gathered in the hands. I whisper things the darkness cannot answer, to photographs turning pale beside the bed. Outside the rain was loosening from the rooftops, falling slower toward the silent ground. And somewhere far beyond the trembling windows, your name kept moving softly through the clouds. The final drop slid downward from the railing. Cold wind entered through the loosened frame, and I remained beneath the dim apartment light, holding silence where your warmth once stayed.
Thin winter fog drifted across the river, like silver breath escaping through the dark. Streetlights lean softly over empty sidewalks, leaving trembling halos in the park. An old coat carried traces of the season, dust and rain pressed deep into the seams. And somewhere underneath the sleeping bridges lingered fragments of forgotten dreams. The city slowly folded into silence, windows dimming one by one above. I walked beside the water without speaking, listening to the shape of passing love. Some memories never ask to be remembered, they simply bloom beneath the chest, like fallen leaves caught inside cold currents, refusing quietly to rest. There were evenings stained with youthful laughter, hands buried deep against the wind, and promises too small for us to notice, until the years wore everything thin. the distant night keeps breathing softly beyond the pale and frozen air, and every lonely shadow near the riverside still moves as if you're there. The dawn arrived in faded iron colors, birdless skies dissolving into gray, and I remain beside the sleeping water, watching all our seasons drift away. Small winds wander through the narrow hillside, carrying traces of the fading spring. The sunlight rested softly on the garden, like quiet hands protecting everything. Old wooden chairs remain beside the doorway, warm shadows stretching on the stone, and every gentle sound beneath the evening made the lonely hours feel less alone. Children's laughter drifted through the distance, thin as smoke dissolving in the sky. The trees leaned slowly underneath the sunset, while pale birds circled low and wide. Some kindness stays beyond the passing seasons, not as memory filled with pain, but like warm dust beneath apricot branches, returning softly after rain. Warm dust underneath the quiet orange heavens, golden silence breathing through the leaves. Every hidden tenderness between us still survives the years in me. I can hear the softness of old voices floating slowly through the evening air, and every fading light beside the hillside still feels as though you're there. The night descended gently on the rooftops, blue shadows sleeping near the trees, and I remained beneath the breathing twilight, listening to the earth at peace. faint silver rain leaned across the alley, like warm silk trembling in the wind. The apartment walls held quiet breathing, as though the night remembered where you'd been. An old book rested near the dim hallway, half open underneath the amber light, and every sentence scattered through the paper seemed too fragile to survive the night. Outside, the trees were bending toward the darkness, thin branches drawing shadows on the ground. I listened to the distant city murmurs, like hidden rivers moving underground. Some feelings never ask to be forgiven, they simply linger somewhere in the chest, like pale cedar carrying winter fragrance, long after all the leaves have left. And maybe love was never made for keeping, only for quietly passing through, like moonlight settling on empty stairways before dissolving into blue. The dawn arrived behind the sleeping rooftops, soft and colorless against the rain, and I remained beside the fading silence, listening for your warmth again.
Thin morning rain leaned against the window, like pale fingers searching through the gray. The apartment carried unfinished breathing, as if your silence never moved away. A white blouse rested over the armchair, still curved softly in the fading light. And somewhere underneath the waking ceiling, old promises drifted through the night. The hallway clock repeated distant echoes, slow and hollow through the quiet room. I traced invisible circles on the table, watching shadows gather near the moon. Some departures never fully dust beneath unopened curtains, settling softly everywhere. Ivory fog across the sleepless mirror, cold reflections trembling into blue. Every hidden sorrow in the darkness still returns in shapes of you. I tell myself the seasons keep on changing, that even rain forgets the sky someday. But every dawn arrives with quiet footsteps, leading all my thoughts your way. Maybe love survives inside the silence, not as fire, not as desperate cries, only as a weight beneath the breathing that never fully leaves the night. And perhaps the heart remembers endings long before the world can understand. Because even now, inside this dimness, I still reach for your hand. Ivory fog across the sleepless mirror, faint blue shadows falling through the room, and my lonely voice remains beneath them, like a flower waiting not to bloom. Outside the rain dissolved into the morning, soft and colorless against the glass, and I remain beside the breathing silence, watching one more night collapse. Collapse.
The hallway carried traces of unopened silence, thin blue shadows drifting near the floor. Your shoes remain beside the narrow doorway, as if they still expected something more. Outside the rain had softened every rooftop, streetlights trembling underneath the haze. And somewhere in the quiet breathing darkness, our unfinished hours slowly sway. Beneath the sleepless evening, heavy air dissolving through the walls. Every little gesture turned transparent, like winter dust inside abandoned halls. I could feel the distance growing softly, long before the words were spoken clear, like a curtain moving in an empty room after someone disappears. You folded sweaters carefully in silence, hands moving slower than before. I watched the window gather silver water, neither of us reaching for the door. Some loves begin to fade without collapsing, not with thunder, not with shattered skies, only with the quiet rearranging of familiar breathing patterns overnight. Now the night leans heavily across the ceiling, cold reflections drifting through the gray, and I remain beside the dim apartment light, listening to our shadows separate. Perhaps sorrow blooms before departure, like pale flowers opening after rain. Because even while you're standing near me, I can already feel your absence taking shape. Blue curtains drifted through the open window, like quiet water moving in a dream. The apartment carried traces of warm breathing, though every room had fallen incomplete. A glass remained beside the narrow table, half filled with untouched evening rain. And somewhere underneath the sleeping ceiling, your laughter wandered through my name. Mothlight trembling underneath the silence, softly circling walls of fading blue. Every hidden feeling in the darkness still bends carefully toward you. I pretend the night has grown around me, like old fabric learning how to fray. But even now the smallest winds inside this room still move in your shape. Street reflections floated across the hallway, silver rivers breaking on the floor. I close my eyes against the distant thunder, trying not to wait for you anymore. Some loves never leave in violent pieces. They loosen slowly, thread by thread, like letters left unopened in a drawer, long after all the words are dead. Maybe longing survives beyond possession, like dim stars hidden underneath the dawn, invisible through ordinary mornings, yet never truly gone. And maybe hearts continue memorizing every warmth they could not learn to keep, because even in the stillness after midnight, your shadow walks beside my sleep. Mothlight trembling underneath the silence. Now the blue is darkened into gray. Still my hands remember certain distances, even after love has slipped away. The first pale light appeared beyond the curtains, cold and fragile on the empty floor, and I remained awake beneath the breathing darkness, listening for you once more. The hallway carried traces of cold rainwater, shoes left crooked near the fading wall. I stood beside the sink without a reason, listening to the pipes beneath the floor. A crumpled shirt remained across the sofa, half in shadow, half beneath the light. And every silent object in the apartment seemed exhausted from surviving night. Some moons arrive without a sound, no shattered glass, no trembling skies, only the slow collapse of breathing inside rooms where memory survives. And the indigo glass beyond the curtains held the city underneath its skin, while my hands kept searching through the darkness for warmth that would not rise again. smoke remaining in abandoned matches. Long after all the fire has burned, the bathroom mirror blurred beneath the moisture, faint reflections breaking into gray. I press my forehead against the cooling surface, trying to let your outline drift away. But certain names refuse to lose their gravity. They sink deeper with each passing hour, like rainwater trapped beneath old pavement, hidden underneath forgotten flowers. Perhaps love was never made for endings, only for teaching hearts how far they break. Because every corner of this quiet darkness still bends softly in your shape. And I have carried too much midnight lately, too many sleepless ceilings overhead. There are nights the body keeps on breathing, while something else inside lies dead. Now the indigo glass beyond the curtains looks colder than the winter air, and my voice falls slowly through the silence, like tired dust descending through a stair. Still somewhere underneath these ruined hours, your shadow drifts across my chest, and I remain awake beside the darkness, holding what the dawn could not erase. Yellow reflections floated through the puddles, like broken lanterns drifting out to sea. The avenue exhaled its quiet sorrow beneath umbrellas moving endlessly. A distant melody escaped a window, low and blurred against the cooling storm, and every passing shadow in the rainfall seemed shaped from someone I had mourned. Circling through the rain, every hidden memory in the darkness comes alive and fades again.
beside the trembling intersections, hands buried deep against the wind. The city wore its loneliness so gently, like old silk slowly wearing thin. Some loves remain inside the weather, not enough to disappear completely. They drift like vapor over sleeping rooftops, quietly returning to me. Amber veins beneath the flooded midnight, glass reflections breaking into streams. Every silent corner of the evening still remembers half-finished dreams. The rain softened into silver breathing, street lights melting slowly into dawn. And I kept walking through the fading water, like someone learning to move on.
Soft sunlight wandered over wooden hallways, like quiet dust asleep beneath the air. Curtains swayed against the open window, carrying traces of forgotten care. An old clock breathed slowly near the bookshelf, gentle shadows drifting on the floor. And somewhere in the stillness of the evening lived the warmth we used to know before. The garden trees were trembling in the distance, leaves unfolding underneath the light. I heard familiar laughter through the silence, like faded songs returning through the night. Some memories never ache with sadness, they simply rest beneath the years, like pollen floating through forgotten summers, drifting softly through our tears. Pollen floating through linen-colored heavens, golden echoes sleeping in the breeze. Every hidden kindness of the old days still remains inside of me.
The evening leaned against the aging rooftops, warm blue silence fading into gray. And I remained beside the breathing window, watching all the light dissolve away.
Street reflections drifted through the windshield like torn ribbons floating under glass. The midnight buildings leaned across the river, tall and tired as forgotten photographs. A saxophone melted through the radio static, low and blurred beneath the amber glow. And somewhere in the veins of sleepless avenues, old conversations wander slow. Silver rain upon the sleeping wires, soft blue smoke beneath the bridge. Every fading light becomes a language only lonely mirrors understand. Traffic signals bloomed across the dashboard, red and green dissolving in the mist. I drove without arriving anywhere, holding silence gently in my fist. The city wore its sorrow like cologne, invisible but lingering near. And every passing shadow through the window moved exactly like you were here. Silver rain upon the sleeping wires, thin reflections drift through hollow rooms. Every hidden wound becomes a rhythm once the evening learns your tune. The river carried trembling constellations, broken softly underneath the rain. And somewhere far beyond the quiet overpasses, your memory kept breathing through my name. Television flickers on the wallpaper like tired waves collapsing in. The ceiling fan keeps turning without meaning, drawing circles no one seems to mark. empty glass remains beside the window, cold reflections drifting on the floor. And somewhere in the slowly breathing silence, there's a voice I barely hear anymore. The night leans softly over sleeping buildings, thin gray smoke dissolving into rain. I touch the dust along the narrow bookshelf, as if it still remembers every name. Some people fade without a final ending, not with anger, not with loud goodbyes, only like static floating through old speakers, vanishing before you realize. Dawn arrives in faded silver colors, birdless skies unfolding over stone, and I remain beneath the weak apartment light, listening to the world forget its own.
Street lamps trembled over shallow puddles, yellow circles breaking with the rain. I held your old gray scarf, forgot my color, though your fading scent had nearly slipped away. A stray newspaper wandered near the alley, soaked and folded into darker blue, and every passing car across the midnight sounded briefly like it might be you. The ceiling carried stains above the doorway, tiny rivers branching through the white. I left one lamp awake beside the curtains, as if the room still needed half its light. stayed beneath the wooden cabinet, quiet as forgotten winter shoes. And I kept opening drawers without a reason, only to close them emptier than before. Some nights become too heavy for sleeping, like wet feathers gathered in the hands. I whisper things the darkness cannot answer, to photographs turning pale beside the bed. Outside the rain was loosening from the rooftops, falling slower toward the silent ground. And somewhere far beyond the trembling windows, your name kept moving softly through the clouds. The final drop slid downward from the railing. Cold wind entered through the loosened frame, and I remained beneath the dim apartment light, holding silence where your warmth once stayed.
Thin winter fog drifted across the river, like silver breath escaping through the dark. Streetlights lean softly over empty sidewalks, leaving trembling halos in the park. An old coat carried traces of the season, dust and rain pressed deep into the seams. And somewhere underneath the sleeping bridges lingered fragments of forgotten dreams. The city slowly folded into silence, windows dimming one by one above. I walk beside the water without speaking, listening to the shape of passing love. Some memories never ask to be remembered, they simply bloom beneath the chest, like fallen leaves caught inside cold currents, refusing quietly to rest. There were evenings stained with youthful laughter, hands buried deep against the wind, and promises too small for us to notice, until the years wore everything thin. Now the distant night keeps breathing softly beyond the pale and frozen air, and every lonely shadow near the riverside still moves as if you're there. The dawn arrived in faded iron colors, birdless skies dissolving into gray, and I remain beside the sleeping water, watching all our seasons drift away. Small winds wander through the narrow hillside, carrying traces of the fading spring. The sunlight rested softly on the garden, like quiet hands protecting everything. Old wooden chairs remain beside the doorway, warm shadows stretching on the stone, and every gentle sound beneath the evening made the lonely hours feel less alone. Children's laughter drifted through the distance, thin as smoke dissolving in the sky. The trees leaned slowly underneath the sunset, while pale birds circled low and wide. Some kindness stays beyond the passing seasons, not as memory filled with pain, but like warm dust beneath apricot branches, returning softly after rain. Warm dust underneath the quiet orange heavens, golden silence breathing through the leaves. Every hidden tenderness between us still survives the years in me. I can hear the softness of old voices floating slowly through the evening air, and every fading light beside the hillside still feels as though you're there. The night descended gently on the rooftops, blue shadows sleeping near the trees, and I remained beneath the breathing twilight, listening to the earth at peace. silver rain leaned across the alley, like warm silk trembling in the wind. The apartment walls held quiet breathing, as though the night remembered where you'd been. An old book rested near the dim hallway, half open underneath the amber light, and every sentence scattered through the paper seemed too fragile to survive the night. Outside, the trees were bending toward the darkness, thin branches drawing shadows on the ground. I listened to the distant city murmurs, like hidden rivers moving underground. Some feelings never ask to be forgiven, they simply linger somewhere in the chest, like pale cedar carrying winter fragrance, long after all the leaves have left. And maybe love was never made for keeping, only for quietly passing through, like moonlight settling on empty stairways before dissolving into blue. The dawn arrived behind the sleeping rooftops, soft and colorless against the rain, and I remained beside the fading silence, listening for your warmth again.
Thin morning rain leaned against the window, like pale fingers searching through the gray. The apartment carried unfinished breathing, as if your silence never moved away. A white blouse rested over the armchair, still curved softly in the fading light. And somewhere underneath the waking ceiling, old promises drifted through the night. The hallway clock repeated distant echoes, slow and hollow through the quiet room. I traced invisible circles on the table, watching shadows gather near the moon. Some departures never fully only as a weight beneath the breathing that never fully leaves the night. And perhaps the heart remembers endings long before the world can understand. Because even now, inside this dimness, I still reach for your hand. Ivory fog across the sleepless mirror, faint blue shadows falling through the room, and my lonely voice remains beneath them, like a flower waiting not to bloom. Outside, the rain dissolved into the morning, soft and colorless against the glass, and I remain beside the breathing silence, watching one more night collapse. Collapse.
The hallway carried traces of unopened silence, thin blue shadows drifting near the floor. Your shoes remain beside the narrow doorway, as if they still expected something more. Outside, the rain had softened every rooftop, streetlights trembling underneath the haze. And somewhere in the quiet, breathing darkness, our unfinished hours slowly sway. Beneath the sleepless evening, heavy air dissolving through the walls, every little gesture turned transparent, like winter dust inside abandoned halls. I could feel the distance growing softly, long before the words were spoken clear, like a curtain moving in an empty room after someone disappears. You folded sweaters carefully in silence, hands moving slower than before. I watched the window gather silver water, neither of us reaching for the door. Some loves begin to fade without collapsing, not with thunder, not with shattered skies, only with the quiet rearranging of familiar breathing patterns overnight. Now the night leans heavily across the ceiling, cold reflections drifting through the gray, and I remain beside the dim apartment light, listening to our shadows separate. Perhaps sorrow blooms before departure, like pale flowers opening after rain. Because even while you're standing near me, I can already feel your absence taking shape. Blue curtains drifted through the open window, like quiet water moving in a dream. The apartment carried traces of warm breathing, though every room had fallen incomplete. A glass remained beside the narrow table, half filled with untouched evening rain. And somewhere underneath the sleeping ceiling, your laughter wandered through my name. Mothlight trembling underneath the silence, softly circling walls of fading blue. Every hidden feeling in the darkness still bends carefully toward you. I pretend the night has grown around me, like old fabric learning how to fray. But even now the smallest winds inside this room still move in your shape. Street reflections floated across the hallway, silver rivers breaking on the floor. I close my eyes against the distant thunder, trying not to wait for you anymore. Some loves never leave in violent pieces. They loosen slowly, thread by thread, like letters left unopened in a drawer, long after all the words are dead. Maybe longing survives beyond possession, like dim stars hidden underneath the dawn, invisible through ordinary mornings, yet never truly to keep. Because even in the stillness after midnight, your shadow walks beside my sleep. Mothlight trembling underneath the silence. Now the blue is darkened into gray. Still my hands remember certain distances. Even after love has slipped away, the first pale light appeared beyond the curtains, cold and fragile on the empty floor. And I remained awake beneath the breathing darkness, listening for you once more. The hallway carried traces of cold rainwater. Shoes left crooked near the fading wall. I stood beside the sink without a reason, listening to the pipes beneath the floor. A crumpled shirt remained across the sofa, half in shadow, half beneath the light. And every silent object in the apartment seemed exhausted from surviving night. Some moons arrive without a sound, no shattered glass, no trembling skies, only the slow collapse of breathing inside rooms where memory survives. And the indigo glass beyond the curtains held the city underneath its skin, while my hands kept searching through the darkness for warmth that would not rise again. I still hear your footsteps in the doorway, even after every lock has turned, like smoke remaining in abandoned matches, long after all the fire has burned. The bathroom mirror blurred beneath the moisture, faint reflections breaking into gray. I press my forehead against the cooling surface, trying to let your outline drift away. But certain names refuse to lose their gravity. They sink deeper with each passing hour, like rainwater trapped beneath old pavement, hidden underneath forgotten flowers. Perhaps love was never made for endings, only for teaching hearts how far they break. 'Cause every corner of this quiet darkness still bends softly in your shape. And I have carried too much midnight lately, too many sleepless ceilings overhead. There are nights the body keeps on breathing, while something else inside lies dead. Now the indigo blast beyond the curtains looks colder than the winter air, and my voice falls slowly through the silence, like tired dust descending through a stair. Still somewhere underneath these ruined hours, your shadow drifts across my chest, and I remain awake beside the darkness, holding what the dawn could not erase.